Hello and welcome back. We are back on Ragnarok. Some more news has been announced, so I figured I'd drop this episode. Um, but yeah, so we are back on Ragnarok. The news is kind of frustrating for me. So, like I had said, I had come to terms with the fact of the um, community crunch that had been released, and now they've changed it. So, how it was that we were going to get Ark 2 included in a bundle, and we would get in that bundle Ark Remastered, the Ark Ascended thing, the Ark Survival of the Fittest, and Ark 2. Obviously, Ark is a long way off, Ark 2 at least, but I mean, we would still have that to play later on. Now the new bundle A is more expensive. It's $60. And for that $60, we are going to get Ark Ascended, Survival of the Fittest, so we're still getting the two games, and then we're getting all the DLCs, but we are not getting the we are not going to get the Ark 2. That's going to have to be purchased separately. And it's just kind of frustrating because, like, I was excited for the ability to get all of those games for $50. Yeah, I'd have to pay $20 per DLC, but the DLCs weren't released are still not going to be released on opening day, and so I wasn't worried about those for now. And in the end, I'm buying all of it anyways. Very stupid bird. I'm buying all of it anyways. So why should I pay more for all of that? So now, how it stands, I am going to have to purchase Ark for $60. And yeah, I get the DLCs. So before, the total for that would have been $80. But now I'm going to have to buy, or 90. Sorry, 90. But now I'm going to have to buy the DLCs. Or I won't have to buy the DLCs, sorry. So, $60 for Ark Ascended with all the DLCs. Which sounds better, but then you think about it, Ark 2 is going to be $60, if not $70, because let's be real, all of the prices for those games are going up. So in the end, I feel like, personally, this is a worse deal than what we were going to get. So now I'm going to have to pay $150 to $160 for what I would have just gotten for 90 or 80 on the PlayStation. So, I don't know. And I mean, granted, like I had said, I am going to be purchasing everything on both. I don't know when it's going to be released for PlayStation. It's probably not going to come out right away on PlayStation. Dang, I'm getting a lot of weight from those spears. Let's drop those. That was the wrong button. I haven't worn a shield in a while. Dang, I didn't get a crossbow. That sucks. So, looking at it, from that perspective. So let's talk that out. Looking at it from that perspective, that I won't be able to purchase Ark 2 for a while on the PlayStation. Initially, yes, it is going to be cheaper. And yeah, I'm all for initial cheaper. Like, I don't have a ton of money to spend on all of this stuff. But, now for the PlayStation, the total amount is going to be $60 instead of $80. Because the PlayStation didn't have the bundle. So it'll be $60, so it's $20 cheaper. That's not that much better. And it still leaves, when Ark 2 gets released, I'm probably going to buy it on the PlayStation, let's be real. So, like I said in the last thing, sometimes I like to just sit down and play stuff on the PlayStation. I don't want to sit at my computer. So, when you look at it like that, I will have eventually another $60 to $80 or $60 to $70 that I'm going to have to spend on Ark 2. And so in the end, it's just going to be way more expensive for me to purchase, or for it to go this way. So personally, I'm a little frustrated, and I understand why they did it, because so many people in the community were so outraged. Now, what I don't get is why there was so many people in the community that were so outraged. Because there's so many people that are like, well, I haven't even seen the game, so I don't know if I'm gonna like it. Well, guess what? It's Ark. We're nerds. You're gonna buy it. Whether or not you like it, you're gonna buy it. Like, it's just gonna happen. There was a huge outrage for the Harry Potter game. Well, guess what? It had great sales regardless. A bunch of people who said they wouldn't buy it bought it anyways. Because we're nerds. It's what we do. We say we're gonna, boycott this or not buy that. And then we bully these places into changing things. But guess what? It's been shown time and time again that even if we bully these places into changing these things, it still is gonna come out. And we're still gonna buy it whether or not they change it. So honestly, yeah, I'm pretty frustrated that it got changed, because all that did was make it so I'm gonna have to spend, before the PlayStation 1 Arc 2 comes out, I'm gonna have to spend an extra like 40, 50 bucks. And after the PlayStation 1 comes out, that's another 70, most likely. At least another 60. So, in the end, I think this is a worse deal. I understand why they changed it, but I'm not mad at them. I'm mad at the community, because that's ridiculous. And there were people in the community who agreed with me and were like, hey, yeah, this is a good thing. Now, does that mean I'm going to boycott everything? No, because like I said, it's Ark. I'm going to buy it. Regardless of whether it's a good deal or not, I'm going to end up getting it. Because it's Ark, and I love Ark, and it's fun. So, that's my 2 cents on this stuff. Sorry, I'm kind of frustrated with this particular one, but, I'm going to gamma up real quick. Unfortunately, that's just kind of how it is. I mean, it's a frustrating thing, but in the end, this is a game we love. It's a game we've put hundreds of, if not thousands, of hours into. Nobody has been ripped off, and nobody is gonna get ripped off, because we have put thousands of hours into this game and played thousands of hours of this game. We've gotten our money's worth. I don't care who you are. We have gotten our money's worth in Ark. We're gonna get our money's worth in Ark Ascended. Yeah, I feel somewhat bad for the official players, but they're making it so you can take your stuff off of official and put it on unofficial servers. And there's a bunch of people like, well, what's it going to matter if my little rat hole base on, single player? Well, don't put it on single player. Put it on an official server, invite friends to play, raid each other all you want. If you don't have friends, that's not a wild card problem. That's a you problem. If you don't have friends that want to play with you, maybe change the way you play and don't be toxic. You know, when I first started playing Ark, I tried to play on official. I did. And I had a little thatch hut, not even as nice as this one. It was a box. Like, it was a box. And it was a 2x2 box. And some guy just floated past on a raft with a cannon and blew the crap out of my base. I tried to rebuild it, did it again. Tried to move. Dude followed me everywhere I went. I wasn't experienced enough to get off the beach. I wasn't experienced enough and I couldn't learn the game because people were doing stuff like that. So when official players say, I won't be able to do stuff like that, in my opinion, that's good. Like, nobody should play like that. That's just a jerk move. So if you don't have friends, look at yourself. If you don't have friends to play with, that's not anyone's fault but your own. So that's my 2 cents on that. My 2 cents on this whole thing. I think it's crappy that they had to change it, but they did. The outrage was too much. So, in the end, I feel like we're getting a worse deal and people are cheering for it. It doesn't make sense to me. But hey, I'm going to buy it anyways. I love Ark. So, yeah, that's all I have to say on that. I will talk with you guys later. Thank you so much for joining me this episode. Um, I didn't really do anything. Just keep it real, keep on surviving. Everything is going to be okay, I promise you. We're not going to lose everything. We're not, if you're not a terrible person, you're not going to lose anything. So, yeah. Again, thank you so much for joining me this episode. And as always, keep on surviving.